So if you can just start with a small introduction of yourself.
Okay, myself Amit Gautam. I did my schooling from the very remotest place of UP, and my father was a doctor. And from there I did my first MBA in marketing sales, and I started my career in Hindustan Lever. And for 3 years working in Lever, I left Levers and joined ITC. And they were coming up in the non-tobacco segment, basically food industry and staples. And so for 4 years I worked in ITC, and from there I wrote my GMAT and moved out for UK for my executive MBA. And 1 year I spent over there, and then I came back here and I joined Pepsi. So initially for 4 years I was a sales head for Pepsi at Uttaranchal, based out of Dehradun. Then a different part of Western UP, and the last profile I left as a marketing head for 2 years in UP and Uttaranchal. And since March onwards, I have registered my own company in FMCG segment, because I have already spent so many years in this category and I know in and out of the industry. So I thought to start my own brand, because what I personally think, the set of people with the same mentality, if they club together, that what make brand and company.
So if you can explain a little more about your venture.
The company name is Pasito Industries Limited, and it's a Spanish word basically. When I was searching for a brand name, so I was searching basically a word which can correlate, basically which can create the association basically. So there is a famous album, Spanish album, Despacito, and it is the most watched album ever. It has got the 6.8 billion viewership across the world. So the moment I heard that video, and I started finding out the words. So the pasito is a Spanish word which means is a small step. I was also taking the small step, so I picked that word. I registered that brand name with the trade marketing and all that things done. And this is how the brand got selected. And as far as the overall industry is concerned, so this snacks industry currently is 35,000 crores industry in India, and the organized trade is 40 to 45% is the organized trade. Rest 55 is unorganized, and there is a huge scope. And if you look at the organized trade, there are top 15 companies are there who are operating nationally. Rest most of the companies are operating regionally or district wise. For example, at Aniket Place, the company operating in Muradabad would be a different brand name, it is a local manufacturing in Rampur. Yeah, and somebody operating in Haryana in Palwal, it would be a local company that would be having operation in only Faridabad or Palwal nearby districts. So very few companies are operating nationally or regionally. So for an example, there is a huge gap in terms of quality product, though we are having the established brand in the industry. But the way rural population and rural purchasing power are increasing, and the way the rural India is getting brand awareness and they are getting brand oriented, so that income should come in this particular industry, because it's a basic commodity industry, and 5 rupee is a very entry point. Nobody will think about 5 rupee while spending over there. It's just 5 rupee. So I thought to come up in this category, because when most of the companies, I gave the example over there also, 16 years back, Pratap Food, it's a well established brand right now, but they are 100% having operation in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So recently they have come up in tier 1 metro city, but the maximum revenue they are generating from tier 2 and tier 3.
So I have a two-part question for you.
Yeah.
Number one, sir, you have not only been a part of the FMCG industry, but you work with the biggest players possible. Sir, why are these players not able to? So I mean, they are penetrating, but sir, why is the gap so wide? I mean, so Unilever does not have a shortage of spending money when it comes to marketing. They already spend high amounts. Plus, so the term brand recognition is increasing throughout geographies. Even rural people are associating themselves with better brands. So why is the gap this large? And sir, what were the specific troubles you faced? I mean, sir, you have to do R&D, you have to do what the product is going to look like, taste like, packaging, where it's going to go. Sir, if you can just give a gist of these problems you tackled also.
Okay. So if you look at the gap, so the biggest challenges most of the FMCG, even the bigger brand, are facing to penetrate in the rural market. Because right now, if you look at the overall scenario of Indian market, we are the most price-oriented people across the world. No matter in which city, whatever we are doing, and whichever city of the world we are living, we are the most price-sensitive people. So in a similar way, the moment the leading brand going into the rural market and I am a retailer. So if X brand is giving 10 rupee margin of the same product, and another B brand, new brand, is giving 20 rupee margin for the same product. So the rural people would prefer to keep that product which is giving the higher margin, because the perception is, yeah, sab bik raha hai aaj ki date mein. I am the people, I am the person who is selling the product. Kharidi lenge. And exactly it is happening. The moment you go out from this campus and you just go out 50 km away from here, any rural market, you won't believe the kind of brand you would see over here in beverages, FMCG, snacks, each and every category. Because and the moment you compare the margin, for an example, Haldiram or Lay's. So Lay's is operating around 5 to 6% margin for channel. And on an average, different companies like Pita Food, they are operating at 11% margin. Right? For like me, I am operating at 13% margin, because I know that channel is the key for penetration. If you won't get a good party in market, you won't be able to penetrate your brand and product. Most of the like bigger brand, they have got huge budget in terms of ATL. You know, they are spending a lot of things. Yeah. Maybe the point is that after spending so much money, even after that, if you are not able to penetrate in the rural market, maybe because the right margin you are not passing on to the, because you have got another expenses where you are incurring cost, so you have to cover that cost also, and because of that you cannot pass all the margin in that. Second thought is that, for example, levers. I remember my old days, Ghadi detergent that was coming up, and the Wheel Active got launched that time when I was in levers. So the companies used to think like, घड़ी जरा से brand तो है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है उससे, ठीक है? And the way whole Western UP took over by घड़ी, it was like nightmare. So then you realize that somebody has come and they have defined and all the policy and all the this basically marketing strategy for local level got changed, and they reduce the price and they counter their product. In a similar way, all the industry, especially in snacks industry, the same thing is happening, because you are passing the gap is basically quality product in the market, rural market, and the bigger brand having quality but they are overpriced. So this is a basically gap. The B brands, basically the local brands which are present in rural, they are not having a quality product, though they are giving the higher margin, and the bigger brand have got the quality but they are giving the less margin. So the gap is very much, because if you can manage the decent margin to the channel and a quality product, so the gap gonna get filled. So this was the whole idea behind it.
So I have this one question. So it was posed to us, I think during one of our cases, this topic was brought up. So, and I've seen companies try to do it. For example, Pepsi Black, Coke, no sugar, Cadbury's 30% less sugar chocolates. So what is your take? So obesity is an overall problem throughout the world. And sort of seen a trend wherein FMCG companies are trying to tackle this now. I mean, they can't remove the entire product, and even I wouldn't recommend that. But they are getting a new approach. So what is your take on this? So what FMCG industry is actually doing for this? I mean,
look, if you look at the healthy business, basically I can say the healthy category
Healthy.
Basically. And the beverages, if you talk about the premium GTM, we call it, like Gatorade for a sports drink, or the Diet Shoe, you know, the Pepsi Diet and all the Zero Coke, in a similar way. What I think the major chunk of revenue, any of the company, they are getting from the mass product.
agreed.
And this premium GTM, or you can say the healthy consciousness, is a basically niche segment. So if a new company, which is coming up, or an established brand like Red Bull or any other brand, which is coming into a niche category, then they can establish the brand and they can do the business. But if a giant gonna be dependent on a niche category, they cannot be dependent, because the mass segment is generating the revenue. If you compare the mix of this particular healthy category and the normal category, hardly 4-5% would be coming through from this healthy category, and it's gonna take long time, especially in Indian market, because the moment you travel in the rural market,
We are more price sensitive.
they are not getting the basic necessity, they are not getting the basic thing. So forget about the concern about the sugar. कि eating sugar will increase your weight.
And it is evident.
True. So the moment you can have brand for urban market and tier 1 market. So because your brand across the market, you gonna have the brand for the different category also, because the most conscious people are also there in the market who gonna look after their health. So because they gonna have the zero diet and all the stuff. Like in the major chunk of business, as far as the brand equity is concerned, these categories fine. But if the revenue is concerned, then you have to stick with the mass segment.
So a personal question, sir,
Yeah.
because I've followed the FMCG industry sometimes. Advertisements. FMCG industry is a huge
Contributor in the
trending
industry.
for that industry. So is there a trend as to what kind of ads favor industries and what kind of ads? I mean, sir, is there any insight of the advertisement industry which you can give us? Because I've seen sometimes they go for real life situations. So for example, I'll take Blender's Pride. I don't think I should be taking, but I'll take it.
So
Men will be
Men will be
men.
men.
And sir, it has absolutely gone viral. I mean, we have companies like Ogilvy and all doing their part, but sir, I mean, so they took Men will be men. And so there are also for the Fanta, that entire Fanta iconic ad, I still remember the screen would go orange and you had a lot of graphics and color pop out. So how are these ads created? What goes on inside this entire thing?
okay. So if you look at there is a team, so whole brand team, and then there's a guy brand director. So he's the person, or he or she is the person who decides how the whole theme gonna be throughout the year. You know, for example, like Dew. So the brand director present to the overall team, okay, this gonna be the theme for the throughout the year, and this would be the agency like Lintas or yeah. So these would be the any of the agency. So now these agency creates the theme in the same theme line, and they both finalize the endorsement. Who gonna do the endorsement? Either you're gonna be a real situation based, or you're gonna have somebody celebrity from Bollywood or somewhere else, okay? So that the brand could be related. And if you look at the Dew, it's a basically kind of
adventure, sports,
डर के आगे जीत है.
thrill.
So like Salman Khan, Hrithik, so these kind of people, like, so that people can be motivated and they can be promoted for this thing. Okay? So the moment the creativity of the ad theme, this is decided by two people, the brand team, brand director, and this thing. And surprisingly, there are very smaller brand. This is basically the competition. This is how the brand build basically. So if somebody have got in the last 2 years, I guess, Coke has created this. उनके bottle पे वो लिखा था मम्मी और
I've understood.
this is a personal touch basically.
Understood.
So if this is all about basically the agency and whatever is decided, and if it is goes well in the market, then it's fine. तो आपका brand pull हो गया. नहीं होता है, so you gonna be brand director in next 5 years in any other company, then you would be responsible if something goes well, because a huge investment built into that.
So I have a final question for you.
Yeah.
So you have stepped into an absolute red ocean. FMCG industry, highly competitive, margin of 1 or 2 rupee here and there makes a world of a difference.
True.
So any advice you would want to give? And so usually I ask someone to give any advice they want. This is the first time I've actually asked someone for an industry specific advice, because this is extreme. So I think this is the most competitive industry.
True.
You have a plethora of products. It is never ending,
True.
and people will not stop eating. It is people cannot stop eating.
True.
So, and you have to break through the clutter. You have to sustain yourself. So, any idea, any suggestion you would want to give to anyone who's planning anything for this industry?
Okay. So my plan is, as I said before, at least have basic understanding of the industry. At least one vertical should be there in which you can say, I have got the idea of this vertical. It could be a finance or production or marketing sales. And the easiest part is the production. You can produce anything. You name it and you can produce it. And the toughest part is generating revenue. So this is the toughest part. And if you have got the product in the market, which has got the quality, and simultaneously you are managing the revenue also. So very initial days, like first year, most probably first year, it is the most biggest challenge to survive in first year, because you would be having the higher operational cost, revenue would be at the low, but slowly you would realize कि my idea is viable or not. First thing. Second, it is sustainable or not. The moment you decide and realize it is viable and sustainable, keep moving. Things will fall in place. Because I was reading somewhere, there is no idea which has got power. You have the power and you give that power to the idea. And शाहरुख खान का एक बड़ा फेमस डायलॉग है, जब आप किसी चीज को शिद्दत से चाहो तो सारी कायनात आपको उसे मिलाने में लग जाती है. दिस आई पर्सनली फर्म बिलीवर. अगर आपने डिसाइड किया है तो आपकी बस आपके प्रोडक्ट में दम होनी चाहिए और आपकी जो आपने लाइन एंड लेंथ पकड़ी है, बिकॉज यू हैव गॉट द एक्सपोजर. एंड इफ यू हैवंट गॉट द एक्सपोजर, before starting, at least spend 2-3 years to understand that particular industry, how it operates. Because the moment you land up into startup, it will start eating money on daily basis.
Thank you so much.